Hey guys, how we doing today? It's Wally with LearningNet.com. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today what we're going to be doing is a Hostwinds shared hosting overview. So this review is going to be really for beginners online. If you're a beginner online, you've never created a website before, and you've always wanted to create a website, then this hosting review will be ideal for you guys. If you're new here to this channel for LearningNet.com, hit the subscribe button, guys, right below, along with the bell, and that way any future videos that I upload, you will be sure to receive them. So in this review, guys, we're going to be covering some basic things that I think you should know before you get started with Hostwinds. When you create a website of any kind, whether a blog, simple site, e-commerce store, I think there are really 4 things that need to be in place. Not only with Hostwinds, but with any web hosting provider online. One, you need to have affordability. The web hosting provider must be affordable, not only on the front end, but the back end. And I'll explain what I mean by that. When you purchase web hosting itself, you're going to be dealing with really 2 prices. One is a special rate to get started today, which is going to be a lot lower than what's called the renewal rate itself. So when you purchase your web hosting, you can select, say, from 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or maybe even 4 years of web hosting that you could pay upfront. And when it renews, when your term you selected ends, let's say like today you get started with the links below with a Hostwinds, and you get, I don't know, 2 years or so. And so 2 years passes, your web hosting itself is going to renew. And the pricing is going to be slightly higher than what you got started with. This is the case with any web hosting provider online, including Hostwinds. What I love about Hostwinds is that they're a lot cheaper, right? And so you need to think about affordability rather, if I can get that out. Is it affordable to get started today? And once you renew it a year, 2 years, 3, 4 years later, is it still affordable for you and your business? The next thing that you need is really good customer support, right? You just never know if you have like questions about, something, with your web hosting, your website, something's not right, whatever. It's nothing like being able to pick up the phone or jump on a chat or email and to speak to a customer service rep that'll be able to help you. Hostwinds has that in place. They have really great phone, email, chat support. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that like in this review. The next thing that you need, guys, is really good uptime support. Uptime support, if you're not sure what this is as a beginner online, it's really just a measurement of how often your website appears online, right? So you guys are watching this video on YouTube, which is great. YouTube is always up all the time, every time, whenever people want to watch videos, right? And so you guys are watching this Hostwinds shared hosting overview on YouTube. If you're watching it on my website will be up. Maybe you Google, to find out more about Hostwinds. You're looking for an honest Hostwinds review, great. And you find my website, you click through, you're on my website. So when people go online, guys, and they're searching for your products and services, whatever it is that you promote online, they're going to be depending that your website is up. And so uptime is really what governs that. Uptime really determines how often and when people will be able to find you online. So you need a web hosting provider that's super reliable, and Hostwinds is that. The next thing that you need is a web hosting provider that has really great security. So we live in a world that where websites are bombarded with malware, hackers, just intrusions, brute attacks. All of these things threaten, the websites online. And so, again, you need a web hosting provider that really cares about, website security and takes proactive measures to protect your websites online. And so all of these things Hostwinds has, and these are some things that I wanted to highlight with you in this actual review today. Now, let's talk first about cost. We want to talk about affordability. How affordable is Hostwinds itself? It's really affordable, guys. They actually have 3 different plans that you can select from, and they're really geared for beginners, online There is the basic plan itself, guys. There's an advanced plan and the ultimate plan itself. As a beginner online, I just recommend rather that you guys go with the basic plan. It will allow you to host one website online. That's really all that you need, guys. If you feel that down the road you want to like upgrade and be able to create more than one website online, and you could just bump up to the advanced plan itself, which will allow you to create 4 websites online. The basic plan is only $5.24. It's super affordable, guys, not only on the front and back end. And for this reason, I highly recommend that you guys get started today using the links below with Hostwinds. The advanced plan itself, which is the second tier, it's only $6.74. As I mentioned before, this will allow you to create 4 websites online. So if you're doing things like maybe network marketing, affiliate marketing, or you just have several projects for your business that you want to accomplish like over time, then again the advanced plan itself may be ideal for you with that. The ultimate plan allows you to have unlimited hosting across the board. So you have unlimited websites that you can create any given time under one account, and this plan is only $8.24. So across the board, guys, with any of the Hostwinds plans that you go with, be it the basic, the advanced, or even the ultimate plan, they're super affordable. They give you more than enough resources to be able to not only start and launch your website today using the links below, but you'll be able to manage it going forward. Some things that I wanted to mention in the way of features that are really great that I love about Hostwinds is that they have a very user-friendly control panel. It's really easy. Beginners don't need to have like any experience with coding or like HTML, anything like that. It's really easy to be able to launch your website online, and again to be able to manage it going forward. It's really easy to install WordPress. Of course, you'll have the option of using WordPress. There are other CMS platforms, Joomla, Magento, and others that are out there, but for beginners, I just recommend that you use WordPress. It's simple, has everything in a box, one click, you can install it. It's really easy. Hostwinds also has high-speed SSD storage. This is really great. SSD storage is really great for promoting very nice website speeds, website performance across the board. You need that. Obviously, if you want to rank higher in the search engines, Google looks for that when it comes to speed itself. They do have website builders as well that allow you to just drag and drop. So if you prefer to use that versus WordPress, and you can use that, again, it's very easy to set up your websites itself. Something that I really love about Hostwinds that not many other providers do online is that they have in place continuous monitoring that's really designed to detect and resolve any issues that might resolve with your website. I talked a little bit about uptime performance and reliability. They have an average of 99.9999% uptime guarantee on their server. So what this means is that most web hosting providers online that I've seen only give about 99.9%. And that's good. It's just a standard. What that means is that web hosting providers rather that give only the 99.9, you will experience some downtime on the servers itself. It could be a question of a few minutes or even sometimes hours. But in the case of Hostwinds, they have higher availability on their servers. It's nearly 100%. Again, 99.9999% on their servers itself. So super reliable, guys, and you really need that because again, when your website is up, this means that you're getting more exposure to your website. People can find your brand online. You're getting more targeted visitors from Google, Yahoo, and Bing, and essentially you're going to make more money, right? And so we all want to make more money online, and the only way to guarantee that is by having your website online, especially when people are searching for you in the search engines. Let's talk a little bit about security. We live in a world where security, website security, it's very important. As I mentioned before, websites are hacked each and every day and bombarded with things like malware, brute attacks, and just different things that could rob your website of its data. So what is Hostwinds doing to protect your websites online? Well, the first thing that you get that I think every web hosting provider should provide, and that's SSL certificates. Google looks for this. In fact, in 2018, they made a huge announcement that for websites that do not have SSL certificates, they're going to be marked unsecure. And obviously, you don't want that to happen. When people search for you, like on Google, if they see like unsecured, like in the search results, it means that they're not likely to click through, right? So it means that you're going to lose exposure, and obviously Google is going to rank your website a lot lower in the search engine. They have real-time security monitoring, as I mentioned in part before. They have really strong firewall guys to protect against different web-based attacks, cross-site scripting. You just don't want anybody that's unauthorized to gain access to your website. They do have protection around the clock from DDoS attacks itself. So you need that again, so no hackers can gain access, to your website itself. So these are just a few of many measures, proactive measures that Hostwinds has in place, guys, that I wanted to mention to you in this overview. Now, with the customer support itself, it is 24/7. It's offered through phone, email, and also chat support. They have really nice feedback from their customers online, and we'll link up to Trustpilot right below that, where you guys can check out some of the reviews if you want to. I wanted to talk about some overall benefits of using Hostwinds versus many of the competitors. I mean, there are a lot of web hosting providers online that obviously you could use to create your site, but when I think about like Hostwinds and some things that I really love about them, like overall, I really love like the performance with the optimization itself. Again, it helps with faster page loads. They have really great security, scalability, and again, really great customer support across the board, guys. And so these are some main things, guys, that I wanted to mention that I really love about using Hostwinds. I want you guys to get started today by using the links below.